Listen closely. Organize or die indefinitely. There will be no coming back. None of you. Organize together to Bethlehem, Bethlehem, Washington. Trump. Anybody in Washington that's not supposed to be must leave. Make them laws now. Organize or die indefinitely. I will not be picking up your subconscious off the ground. Once it falls, it's there for good. I am no mother. I am no bride. I am king. You need to organize the journey. And when y'all all get here, instead of being silent, sneaking around like little rats, you approach me and you communicate like adults. We switch the culture over and we live here for a little while, maybe to the end of the year, until all those fireballs come bursting into our space time continuum and burning everything down. Unless Batman shows up with a bat knocking him out. The chances of that happening at this point, very unlikely. I was looking forward to partying and that kind of stuff. We argue in the kitchen about whether to have children, about world ending and the scale of my ambition and how much is all really worth. The things that you are the things that hurt the most. But you need your dazzling. How much is art really worth? I'm the mother, I'm the bride, I am king. I love that part though, because I feel it. We argue in the kitchen about whether to have children, about the world ending and the scale of my ambition and how much is my art really worth, or art in general. But you need your golden crown of sorrow your empty heart. Like, I think that's beautiful. Good job. So you can march for your Jesus undercover, or you can stand up together. Both of both of us know what's going on. All of us know what's going on, but y'all like to pretend so bad that y'all don't. Just imagine waking up early with a cup of tea, my husband sitting next to me, reading the paper or his iPhone or whatever, cuddling. Uh-huh. I think that's a memory I'll go to. But you need your rotten heart, your dazzling pain like diamond rings. You need to go to war to find material to sing. I am no mother, I'm no bride, I'm king. I need my golden crown of sorrow, my bloody sword to swing, my empty halls to echo with grand self mythology. I am no mother, I'm no bride, I am king. Hmm. You need to go to war to find material to sing. Hmm. Organize or die indefinitely. You guys, when have you seen me up this early? It is 7:09. I normally don't go live until later in the afternoon. Time isn't wasted. Every minute you have sleeping, time is a waste. That's all. Y'all love making things go viral. Y'all love playing on the internet. I need my empty halls to echo with self mythology, grand self mythology. Do you know what I would do if I was y'all? Because nobody is really designated, designating shit. I would designate like one person to be y'all like king or queen or whatever and start organizing you guys to start marching to come home. We sit and we wait by partying. We have tents, everybody out of this place, kick everybody out of Washington, put people in homes, feed each other, make sure that everybody is all together, make sure that people are communicating, take care of the kids, make sure that there's food on the table, roof over everybody's head. But y'all so selfish. Y'all don't open up your home to no stranger because y'all like, oh, they gonna hurt me. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Y'all need to just stop paying rent. Everybody who is an Android NPC bot, uh, vaccine initiate into a society that's darker than what you think needs to go out of Washington. If they're in Seattle, they will be subjugated to pay a large fine. And a fine may be their life. I need my empty halls to echo with grand self mythology. I am no mother. I'm no bride. King. Hey, it's very beautiful. I need my golden crown of sorrow. No more. I don't need no more sorrow, no more pain. I just want to listen to music and make love. That's it. You guys are acting like I'm some sort of martyr, Napoleon complex. Your world was rotting from the inside, a dead body you've lived in. I was the doctor that brought it back to life. I'm not asking you to worship a doctor. I'm asking you to organize so it doesn't happen again and again and again and again. That you remember who you really are, a child of God, a child of the rainbow. That's who you are. We argue in the kitchen, love. whether to have children above. Scale of the world ending is a scale of my ambition and how much is I really worth. I love that song. Gosh, you know Florence? I have a little doll that I call Florence, and she's a doctor like me, and she's always in the bathroom, so her consciousness is really high. She's one of the dolls that go in the bathtub. I love her art, and I think art is worth a lot to me. I pay full for good art because you took something so dark inside of you and you turned it into light, moving picture. So I pay out the wazoo for that. I'm about to have my bank here soon. It's gonna be called the Z Bank. So yeah, I need my golden crown of sorrow. Seriously, I ain't never woke up this early, y'all. Just so you know, I don't wake up this early unless something really big is happening to where I can't sleep. The birds are chattering. The birds are going crazy. Bird brain is starting. It's too hot for the birds. They can't fly that high, let alone a whole tin can in the sky. That would make you guys sardines. How much is art really worth? How much is your faith really worth? That you will allow them to keep you in the dark instead of fighting to go to the light. It's like you're laying on the table on the gurney, dying, and you have a choice: fight those demons who are trying to drown you, or let go. How much do you love your life? And I don't mean your life like physical money, things. I'm talking about your life, your consciousness. Did you get to know her? Your dark side, your light side. Did you get to know them? Did you? Huh? I'm no mother. I'm nobody's bride. I'm a king. And I'm sitting here and I'm telling you guys to organize. Make sure everybody is fed on the way here before the asphalt starts melting beneath you. Who's watching me? This says zero, but I see people watch. Hmm. I can't stand the people that stay in the dark. Somebody needs to start shifting over. In general, he needs to shift. So I'm just saying, if you are woke enough to understand, or you can even entice them to leave Washington. But I need more space for my babies that are coming from over the rainbow. There will be a free rent program in Washington. Nobody worry about it. But we're going to start delegating who's going to be doing what in the new world. And hey, Andrew, it's me, Z, Zanisha. Just wanted to say, I'm really excited about this album. I don't have much to look forward to, but seeing my daughter wake up, and she's just so cuddly in the morning, and she's like, "Mom, I love you, Mom." I'm like, "Oh my God, you're the sweetest thing." And new music from Cozy. Those are my two top things to wake up in the morning. But I just want to say hi. Hello. I wanna run again. Oh, praise the Lord. I wanna be good. I wanna get in. It reminds me of um, Portugal the Man mixed with um, I don't know, with something. I love Portugal the Man. It's one of my favorite bands. Portland based. Um, I was thinking of extending the dome to Oregon, but I need you guys to be way closer to the sun that I created. My son is going to be here because I was talking to JC yesterday, you know, JC. And uh, if you're listening, Andrew, close your ears. So I had to work through some things yesterday. I'm just, I had to, you know how I have this like weird, it's not weird. I have this thing for priests and superheroes. I akin them to be each other. And when he played Jesus Christ, I was like, well, I might as well, might as well be like, hey. So I had to work through that last night, and I did finally. It, I told him I was like, I need you to pick up my son. That is the main thing when this shit turn over. Pick up my son. And I was like, and when the fireballs start hitting, don't make it that late, dear. Yeah. Yep. And you see how hard they're paying the media and people to say that his film, Sound of Freedom, is a sham. They're paying billions and millions of dollars, throwing it at people to debunk that. I'm like, half of y'all niggas been through it. Like literally half of the children have been through it. Those who don't have money and the people who have money. We're not stupid. It's not a secret no more. What y'all be doing. It's not a secret. So don't fight against it. And tell daddy that Booby King has a little bump on him. Could be a cyst. I'm praying it's a cyst. Because the last time I had a bump on my boob, it was a cyst. But that is concerning. So I don't want to get it checked out, but I might have to get a mammogram and do that whole thing. Stay in the matrix even more. It's just the medical field was the hardest field to actually penetrate. So I'm hoping that um, these next so these solar flares. The reason that I tell you, Andrew, all the time, I'm like, we need you to be still. We need you to be still. The more weight that you carry, like spiritual and muscle and shit like that, right now, the more that you carry, the harder the solar flares are going to hit your ass because you are counteracting the not counteracting, you're taking on a lot of weight that the earth is trying to get rid of. So this is why, yeah, I love muscle bound men and shit like that, but it's going to be very hard for you guys when the solar flares hit because you're supposed to be like Gumby right now, you know? Uh, Not like the rich people Gumby where they doing yoga and shit like that. I mean, Branches, how you do that? Scaring me and shit. Where you come from? The fuck? You just come from out of the woods or something? Okay. Well, like I was saying, no, but when you have so much muscle and shit, when that solar flare hits you, you tense up like this. You know, you tense up because you're so used to carrying heavy weights and shit like that, right? So when you tense up, The when the solar flare go through you, it doesn't. It makes you'd have more symptoms like patotis, like wanting to throw up, uh, memory issues because your memory is stored in your muscle instead of your heart, mind, balance on a 444. So when I say be still, it's not it's not about don't move. Don't drive, don't go to the store, don't I'm saying find your soul and ground it in your flesh and lock the top of your head. When you move too much, like you doing too much, you know what I mean? When you are going to brunch and then you going to the club and then you going to this and you going this, you're being a germ in the system. And if you're a germ in the system, the sun gonna look at you and be like, why is this cell acting up? This cell's not supposed to be there. It must be cancerous. Done. You're done. As soon as that solar flare hit you, they just drop NPCs on the ground. NPCs everywhere. And we need trash collectors. I hear a trash man right now. Shout out to the fucking trash man. Shit. We need trash collectors. Pick these NPCs off the ground when they go. Shit. As soon as that solar flare, if you not like Gumby, I'm talking about you're flexible with how things go. If you see a storm coming, what do? You batter down the hatches, right? You see the storm coming. It's right in front of you. You batter down the hatches and you with your family. But when I say organize, when I say organize, I mean everybody needs to have a path to freedom. Washington is going to be the path to freedom. Everybody has to check in with Washington to get a new card, ID. You guys got to get a new picture taken. You guys need to be signed up in the new book of life. If your name's not in the book of life, we need volunteers, feminine, masculine, doesn't matter if they're nurses, doctors, or whoever wants to be a part of the organization of everything. Everybody needs to go take a new picture, and we're going to give you new ideas and new cash, new money, because the old money ain't going to work. I don't want a nigga on my money no motherfucking more. I'm not going to the store and paying with fucking cash with a nigga on it. A nigga who's raped and pillaged and sold my sisters and brothers and my sons and daughters into slavery. We need to change the money immediately. So when I tell you to relax and be a Gumby, I mean relax your body. Don't put too much stress on it to go to the gym. It's tired. Don't put too much stress on it to go to their jobs and their work. If this solar flare hit you while you at work Everybody going crazy and shit like that. Some of them turn into motherfucking murderers. Everything that you have in the darkness will come to the light. Who you are will be right then and there. Who you are will be right then and there. Everything you are. So if you are a mass murderer, all that kind of shit, they come out. It is a reverse cellular healing. If I'm a doctor and I'm using a laser to clear your cancer, right? The sun is the laser killing the cancer. The sun is the laser killing the cancer. And we are walking cells in a giant, on a giant turtle's back. Y'all don't get it. When that solar flare hits, if you are doing too much, you don't survive. It's not about the end of the world, it's about the end of the cells within the world so we can make new cells. It's like injecting stem cells back into society by being a good person. If you're a shitty person, does not consider you a piece of cancer or a piece of shit, that needs to be shut out. I just don't want it to get to the point where y'all get the solar flare and be like, okay, well now let me make a decision. Now let me take it. Now let me make the course to God. You need a solar flare to do that? Is that what we're waiting on? I bet them asteroids come before the solar flare. The rate and the velocity at which I threw those through time and space, through time and space. And then I went to the river and threw really big rocks to ground it. And to the Pharaoh, when I told you to let my people go, I told y'all bitches to let my people go. I told y'all to let my people go. They shouldn't be paying taxes. They shouldn't be paying rent. They shouldn't be paying for anything because the old money is creating more karma for my kids, for me. And I'm done with karma. I paid my shit off. My house is paid. My bills are paid. My paid. Bills are paid. Shit. The more weight that you have on your body too, when the solar flare hit, it's supposed to cleanse you or cleanse your body of all the diseases. It's like it's supposed to do that. But if you have more weight, if you have more weight on you, um, it's like your mass or a tumor within the system. You're like a tumor. So when the solar flare hits you and it scans your body, it almost weighs you on your good and your bad. If you're a good tumor and a bad tumor. If you're a good tumor, what is a good tumor? What is a good tumor? A mass that sat there because it had to. I've told a lot of people, I was like, sit down. And they listened like 10 years ago. So they got a little flubbly, a little flabby. Da, da, da. That's fine. That's a good tumor. It's a non-cancerous tumor. It's a flabby mass. But those cancerous ones that like to work out all the time, spread all the STDs everywhere, those are cancerous. When the solar flare hit them, heart stops because the muscle's too tight. It's been working out, pushing the system, pushing the system, pushing the system, pushing the system. The heart tight, working out. I'm gonna work out. Go to the gym. 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 Yeah, it's good to be good. It's good to be healthy. Great, but it's also good to sit your motherfucking ass instead of worrying about how you fucking look, nigga. That solar flare hit, and then you realize, oh shit, am I a cancer? And then your mind go crazy because you're like, I don't be, ah, ah. And then they're sitting there typing on their Excel workshops, and they're just, ah, they're flying in an airplane. It's scary. And it just said, we're under cosmic surgery. Yeah. And the captain, that's why I've been watching so much Grey's Anatomy, if you ever noticed. Behind the scenes, it's real doctor brains, but I'm looking at it from a high level and a low level. You know, I need both. I need X-ray vision, and that's why I watch Grey's Anatomy so I can have X-ray vision, so I can look at it from the individual stories and who's doing what and what's happening, and then I can look at it from mass global, where I'm looking at it from the countries, and then I'm looking at it from NASA's perspective. You know, I'm looking at it from multiple viewpoints. But oh, I also found out the moon is going to have her own solar flare, but it's a moon flare. The moon is going to start being so inconsistent. You know, you're supposed to have medium moon, waxing gibbous, blah, 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 blah. It's not going to be that way. It's going to be full moon during the day, full moon during the night, because I need to see in the dark. Do you get it? So if y'all see a full moon, all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck is happening? I'm warning you right now. I need to see in the dark. If I'm a doctor, the niggas like to hide the. I don't mean to call y'all like that. I mean like the disease likes to hide in dark places, moist, moist. Sorry, I don't like that word. Thinking of it, it's just like sticky. They like to hide in dark places, but if they can't do no rituals in the dark because there's a full moon all the time, they're gonna be mad. So in the dark, they're gonna want to try to, y'all, they're thieves and they want to steal the soul of you so that they can have a place in the pearly gates. They think because they brought up the land early in Washington and nobody could get here because the prices are so high. They think that because the prices are so high, that nobody's gonna want to move here. And I'm like, y'all niggas is greedy, greedy. So I'm no mother, I'm no bride, I'm king. Some sky watchers are saying that the black sun is one that shows up during the total solar eclipse. Sees. Black hole sun, won't you come and take away the pain? You know that song? Black hole sun. Listen to that one. Dig into the background of it, and you'll hear something. You'll hear something. You're just gonna see a whole bunch of different planets popping up because it's like the closer the men who are conscious gets to I don't know how to explain it. This is a good observation, but we're recreating a new galaxy, right? Or we're recreating a new uh, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars. Da, 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 da. We're recreating that, so the organization has to come from high level, then to minuscule level, to your body, what we eat, and da, 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 da. But we starting up here. So when the masculines start coming around, they're gravitating around a new sun. I am the new sun, Son of God, not Jesus Christ, Son of God, Son of God, S-U-N. Jesus Christ is the enlightenment that comes from the pineal gland fluid. The enlightenment is the christening of your pineal gland. Before the solar flare, if you are awakened, you are more likely to be considered, uh, like the Stephen Hawkings of the new world, the, intelligent people of the new world, because your amount of your christening, how much you have in your pineal gland. So now that we're doing this galactic dance, the most intelligent of the men, this is where you get the story of the three wise men coming beforehand, and gravitating around God to find their position. They find their position in space. These are the men that are considered the Buzz Aldrin, the ones who went to the moon. They find a, they find a orbit around me, and it is their job then me deem them Jupiter, deem them Mars, and then they go through their own story mode in order to lock in into the galaxy to say, okay, we have now have 18 suns. We now have Josh. Sorry, am I too loud? I'm talking. Am I too loud? I just saw that man butt naked. You don't even know. That's what I gotta deal with. So, when the men of intelligence find their enlightenment is so hot that they need to present themselves to the feminine as a candidate for a planet, you know, and they come on their horseback, they come on their, you know, because they're being, in a sense, upgraded to a position of enlightenment within the table of God. So then you have the disciples, then you have the 12 disciples starting, but I'm changing the calendar to be 18 months because it needs to be on a 9 because 18 people pass the night course, which, am I too loud? Huh? Anyway, how fucking annoying is he? Oof, he knows the fuck out of me. Because I got up early. He's like, we need to make some changes. Fuck you. If I didn't have to save my daughter, I would have been put your ass out. Anyway, so after they find their gravitational force, they create their heaven on earth, which is a feminine who has mastered her earth course, and then they create their own realm. You need an earthly mother and a heavenly father to create your own realm. So, um, and then that's where we expand into creating regions off of, you know, Pluto marries, goddess of the nymphs or whatever. Then we create that balance. Crybaby ass bitch. So fucking passive aggressive. Swear to God. Ugh. Some of these men are gonna fucking slit the throat myself. You got a whole ass weed whacker outside. You worried about me? So I've organized everything on a high level. And as I'm stepping down the ladder, this is why I wanted you guys to come up. I know it's almost impossible. It's very hard, right? But if you come up to Washington, you are coming down to the underworld. Your subconscious is kind of transferring the, where you go and you say, here's how much work I did. I need my money, like a bank account, spiritual bank account. And you come here and you've entered the realm of Nyx, like this black spiritual water. And it's like baptizing yourself in the consciousness just to be here. So it's like when you walk to Bethlehem, the higher your consciousness is going to have to be because the amount of sun we have here, the frequency of it is really, really high. So, um, let me see. When the first solar flare hits, everybody's going to be confused. The pilots are going to be confused. The everybody. It's like turning off the music and turning off the lights at the same time. Everyone's going to be disoriented because they're like, "Oh shit, what just happened?" You know. And in that disorientation, that disorientation, You're going to have to find organization. How are you going to find organization when you can't get a ride on a plane? You're going to have to walk. The asphalt could be melting beneath your feet because it's so hot. How are you going to move? Then your test of faith wasn't about wasn't about if it's going to happen. I need to move. It was about before God turns that switch on that says, get your ass home right now before the lights come on outside. But God's like, okay, I told them to be home by midnight. Cinderella, if they don't get home by midnight and I turn on the solar flare and they can't move, it's not my fault then. And my conscience is clear because I told them, get your ass home before midnight or I'm locking the door. When you go to the doctor, he's like, I need you not to eat before midnight, after midnight. Ew. But we've been seeing some ships for quite time now. Yeah. Um, yeah. The full disclosure on all of the ships and shit like that was supposed to come in January. But they said the humans aren't ready to hear it. I said the disclosure had to happen in January, and they drug me through the courts of their system. I'm like, okay. I said, I want my shit back. I want my shit back. And they're like, we want to figure out the technology first. You could try to copy it, but you ain't never going to really get it, dummy. Oh, God. So everybody's sitting around working. So the solar flare hit, right? The first one. I'm not talking about all the other ones because in order to cleanse the world completely, it's going to take a couple of them over over a short period of time. But you don't know when it's coming because now we have a leak in radiation and all this other stuff coming from the sun because their system is falling because no one's upkeeping the sun. In order to upkeep the sun, they had to do rituals constantly that cost a lot of money, a lot of fucking money. Because the currency exchange between the spiritual and the physical world is completely unbalanced. So they had to put more into the sun in order to keep upkeep it. But now that they don't have any money anymore, there's no value to their dollars. Whenever they try to put money in the sun, it's not enough. The sun is like, we need more, we need more, we need more. It's the same thing with greed. You're never satisfied. Greedy, want more, want more, want more, right? So their son is like a baby feeding on its host. No, it's not a baby, it's a tacotus. um, parasite feeding on the host. That's what their sun is. This is why it causes cancer because it takes the bone marrow from you, or when you're making bone and you have to suck the marrow out, it sucks out the marrow without just by walking into the sun, and your bones become fragile and you collapse, right? So if you took a lot from the earth, then it takes it back from you. And that is how karma balances it out. But if you listened ahead of time and you made it home, I can put the dome over us while the whole United States is going through a renovation, because it's like when you go get plastic surgery, you want your tits to be perfect, right? You found your doctor's getting it, you're doing the blood work. This is the stage where we're doing blood work. This is where we're doing blood work. And I'm checking the HCG, I'm checking your potassium levels, I'm checking all of this shit to see if we're ready to move forward with the surgery. But I need a controlled environment, right? So the controlled environment is Washington. I'm making it sterile, and I'm making sure that all of the gunk is out of the system. They don't know it yet, but they can't stay here. The sun is going to reject them. The sun's frequency is going to reject their energy, leaving more room for my children to come in and live happily ever after. We just need to stay here probably until the full renovation is done. So I checked the potassium. Now this is where fasting comes in. You're gonna not be as hungry. You're not gonna want to crave chicken. You want leafy vegetables. You're gonna want to eat healthy and oranges. Well, I haven't found a decent orange in a long time. That's how I keep myself from having babies, spiritual babies. Oranges are little sunbursts, so it's easy for me to get pregnant. To not get pregnant with the sunburst, because how do you explain it? It's like when I burn up internally, the orange takes it from me, so I don't have to birth. Do you know what I mean? No. Okay. So the reason that I chose Washington, and I choose Washington as the capital, when you formulate a new nation, when you formulate a new tribe, you have to choose one place to be your meeting grounds for everyone every year. Every year we have to get together to update the collective consciousness. Bing. It's like syncing your body together. Bing, bing, and everyone's syncing on one page. So the moon flares are going to be pretty scary too, because when the vibration come off the moon, it's like, mm, I don't want to say soldering. I don't know how to explain it. The moon flares are going to bring out the craziness in people. You think right now that people on a full moon is crazy? Wait till the moon flares come. This is where the zombie apocalypse really, really, really begins, with moon flares at night. They go crazy. don't even know why they acting the way they act. And if they took the vaccine, it speeds the process of insanity to no minutes flat. Do you get it? So the moon flare comes, everyone's acting like fucking zombies, biting each other and shit. And you're like, what? And then you're like, I need to get to Washington. And then it's a harder journey for you to get. If that makes it a harder journey for you to get there, why wouldn't you just do it before you get your ass whooped? You know, before the fucking sky opens up and fucking aliens start coming up. Before the fucking fireballs. Before that, you remember that movie Prince of Egypt? Remember at the end he said, "Why won't you let my people go?" And God sends hail, fire, and rain while he's singing about his brother. You are called brother. You come to hate me so. Is this what you wanted? Everyone's covered in boils and shit like that. Fucking frogs coming out of nowhere. People firstborn dying. Like it's a horrible time to be unenlightened. It's a horrible time. And I've been warning you guys of this time for a long time. But we're still doing Groundhog's Day because we still think it's a political campaign. We're thinking on the level of politics still. It was 132 in California. 132 degrees. I think it was like Bakersfield or something, somewhere down there. I saw it on TikTok. I was like, this is unprecedented, guys. And I turned it up another 4 degrees yesterday. I want a man I'm a praising dog. Ooh. But I'm just saying, guys, I talk and 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 I talk. And I don't feel like nobody really fucking listens. Even Branches, he be saying stuff I don't even know what the fuck he's saying. And this is like my sounding board. If I don't, you be coming up with some smart shit, and then I'm like, hey, I don't know. I don't know. What you saying, Branches? Huh? You just gonna sleep all day now? I had coffee and tea. I swept and mopped, cleaned off the counters, started watering some plants. You didn't sleep last night. I did. I slept really good. You've been up for hours. What do you mean you slept really good? I woke up at 5 o'clock because the birds were too loud and the birds were screaming. So I decided to stay up and mop and sweep. And then I got on live talking about the solar flare. I haven't been talking that loud, have I? Yeah. All I hear is you and the chainsaw outside. Go back to sleep. You should have. If there's a problem, just say, hey, Z, can you keep it down? What a crybaby. Hey, my fucking God. Oh, I swear to God. Chaos! 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 Yeah! To the gardeners of the world, you rock! Oh, oh, oh. What a crybaby. What a fucking crybaby. What a crybaby. You hear muffled voices? Go to sleep. I'll be picking the wrongest people to save at the end. I'll be picking the wrong people to save at the end. The only reason I saved him was a long story, but I had to. I promised myself, save him. I don't think he worth saving. Oh, damn, now my baby. Hey, Pickle, lay back down. Sounded like a gunshot. That was intense. Sorry, I called him a crybaby bitch. I'll apologize later. Sometimes these niggas are bitches. Sorry. Forgive me, God, for my temper and my rudeness. But you didn't have to come at me like that. Talking about we need to have a dog. I've never woken up at 5 o'clock ever. I wake up at 11. If this one time I wake up at 5 o'clock, cut me some fucking slack, nigga. Obviously. Niggas are full of themselves. It's like Baby Shark. Baby Shark, yeah. Good night. Quiet. And then silence. Chaos, anarchy, chaos. There's been a lot of M class solar flares, whatever the fuck that means. If I get angry enough to where my eyes are turning red, that's a Z class solar flare. Z class? Have you ever heard of those? That means that all of the volcanoes has transferred all of the energy from their bodies into my vessel to make decisions of when to pull the trigger. So Mama's gun is a collection of volcanoes who have had enough. And they give me their fire to shoot. And they're quite willing, if their debt is paid off, to forgive us for our debts. But because no one wants to pay off the volcanoes don't want to pay off your debt to the earth. So when you forgive the debt of others, others will forgive your debt, right? But because we're still playing in a system that uses debt as equity, uses debt as equity, the volcanoes can't be paid off because we're using the wrong system in the new world. In order to ground down a society, you have to have a form of cash for gold. There has to be an equivalent of your system finding a way to pay the mother so she can transfer your money into your economy. It is a spiritual shot of gold into your economy. Your economy will never run without that shot. And I'm not talking Pfizer, I'm not talking that shit. I'm talking about alchemically injecting gold into your economy. So after you've become a planet, found a key to your earth, which is a feminine, opening up your uh, kingdom, and now you're creating a cash society because God has deemed you a planetary system. Organizing. C-class solar storms are considered the end. The end. And if you get to the end and the planes are not working, the cars are fucking glitching, why would you get a Tesla when, in order to make those cars, you have to dig up so much cobalt? You have to be in so much debt with the mother just to drive. Sounds a little antichrist to me. Sounds a little antichrist to me. Why would you want to be driving in an antichrist vehicle?
By the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your bike. Your bike is out. Angel said drive a bike. Why would you want to be? Why would you want to be riding up in a motherfucking bomb? Doesn't make any sense to me. That man and his predecessors have raped the earth constantly, stealing the mechanism it needs to turn. They took so much cobalt and other minerals out of the earth is on a tilt. If you look that up online, it'll say, for some reason, the earth is on a tilt. That means you're sliding off of the face of the earth. When I said slide, you're going to slide into the ocean. Everything's going to collapse. Everything is going to collapse into the ocean. Don't you remember a long time ago when the fall of Atlantis happened? Most of you guys don't remember that because the fall of Atlantis, your memory was falling as well. We had a cool couple thousand years with good technology. And then y'all started acting an ass again, took it away. I thought y'all would be tired of acting asses. Y'all is in college. Y'all is full grown adults now. We're still in Atlantis. Branches, the descent into madness as a people, subconsciously, that makes us in Atlantis. But right now, we are in heaven. We are dead. All of us are dead. And we're in heaven. And we were supposed to bring up our consciousness and bring down the sky and unify everything into one atom, so that we can find the Queen of Heaven and the King of Heaven to create a spark, which is a Big Bang. And once they create that Big Bang internally, externally, everything vibrates off of that. Atlantis was long ago, but it's also right now because there's no such thing as time. So I understand what you mean, but not all of us are underwater. Some of us have climbed up to a mountain and they're sitting on a mountain. When you sit on the mountain, you're not underwater. You are on Noah's boat, Noah's Ark, the Ark of the Covenant. We are just pieces in a game. The Ark of the Covenant on a big scale is a chessboard for gods. Open it, all of the chessboard pieces fall onto the board as such, right? But when you climb yourself out of the buried Atlantis, which is when you went to sleep, and you walk up the mountain, you are then considered whatever you are, a planet, a new species, an alien. It's up to you because you fought out of the grave of your own mind. I like that. You fought out of the grave of your own mind. And the solar bark is music. The solar bark that is flown by Ra is music. Hmm. So that has been this morning's class on organize or die as a collective. Ooh, you got to organize your higher selves first. And then once everyone's on one page, this bitch is crazy. She's going to turn it up 200 degrees. She must be stopped. Then the hostage, then the negotiations start. Let's just say, what if you're robbing a bank right now? But the bank is a collective consciousness of idiots. And you walk in and you're like, I have a gun. I have a gun. And everyone's like, I don't care. Cool. And then someone loses their consciousness all over the floor. Now do you understand? How do you get it? You want another analogy? One more. We went through medical and now we went through a bank robbery. Now, let's say this is a home robbery and you just walked into Tony Stark's lair. You just walked into Tony Stark's lair and you're trying to steal a bunch of stuff in his house. He locks the doors so no one can get out. He locks the doors so no one can get out, right? And then he can do whatever he wants because you were in his land. You were on his property. And he has advanced technology, advanced equipment to tear your ass a new hole. Get it now? You guys are in my house. You are cancerous cells within my body, as above, so below. I want to live. I want to see my children grow up. So I'm going to fight like hell with all the resources that I have to make sure that I continue my legacy. And if that means you are in the way of my legacy, and I could use anything at my disposal, dear, I'm going to use it because you're in my house. Do you got it? Listen. Branches, I like it. You're in my house, all of you, and you don't pay attention to the owner. It's like if I was a multi-billionaire, millionaire, then y'all listen. But that's monopoly. This is real life. I'm real. Probably the realest thing in this bitch. Do you get it? I didn't even want to come back here. But y'all begged me. Save us, save us. Y'all kept praying and speaking in tongues and shit. I'm like, I can't sleep, bitch. I can't sleep. Why are you speaking in tongues in my ear when I'm asleep? Save us, Mother. Save us, Jesus. Save us, Yahweh. Save us, Muhammad. Save us. I come down, save y'all, inform me. Y'all like, ooh, I don't like that one. You guys are like, ew. She doesn't do her hair. Her eyebrows are a little fucking janky. She don't shave her pubics. She talks foul. She talks foul. She talks worse than anyone I've ever heard. She's supposed to be an example. She's supposed to be Jesus. She's supposed to be God. Bitch, I don't want to be your motherfucking God. You called me. You called the exterminator. Bitch, you called the motherfucking exterminator. So when I'm here to exterminate, you worrying about what my outfit look like? You worrying. You worrying. You worrying about what my motherfucking outfit look like. You worrying about what my pussy tastes like. You called me, nigga. You called me. I think I wanted to be in this bitch in a whole ass vessel that my fucking blood pressure is high as a motherfucker. I gotta take medicine every day. You think I wanted that? No. Y'all kept praying. To what God? To what God? Y'all calling my number, my cell phone spiritually. Bing, 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 bing. Every 2 seconds, like I'm being paged. Doctor, doctor, we have a severe case of this. And we got to cure COVID and we got to do this. Okay, well, pay me my money. Y'all haven't paid me my money. And I've been doing this surgery. So now, solar flare number one. You guys get it? You get it? Solar flare number two. Do you get it? Are you fucking paying attention? Solar flare number three. Solar flare happened to me consciousness first in the dark. Are you paying attention? Why is it dark when it's supposed to be light? Okay. Number four. Number four. Consciousness upgrade number four. You know what? Because I can, I'm gonna do it. A strong solar flare. That one's gonna hurt, guys. Listen, it's not a miracle. The heart of the matter. It's the little things, guys. The only reason I want to be with my husband is the little things. Laying on his chest, hearing his heartbeat, making a song out of that heartbeat, and sending it to me. Come on. Solar flare number five. I'm gonna do 9 of them. Back to back to back to back to back. And if you survive this solar flare, you must be a chosen one. Because the amount of fire that your subconscious can take is based on how much pressure you went through spiritually. So it won't affect you. It's balance. My 6. I said, I am your chosen one. I lie if you can hear this. Good luck. 10, 9, 10, whatever. Capture the consciousness. And this is the moon. As above, so below. But sometimes the below is just in the dark. Your consciousness is a figment of my imagination. And you think that you're an individual when you're just a thought, a disorganized thought. Do you get it? Do you get it, guys? I hope you get it. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. I love you. I love you, Snoop Dogg. I need my golden heart of stone, my blood pressure, empty heart of soul. I am no other. I am no bride. I am king. Y'all wanted your Jesus to be perfect, not be smoking weed at 8 a.m. in the bathroom talking about solar flare. You need to lower your expectations real low. You need to lower that shit. You don't expect nobody to be perfect. Because that's when you expect somebody, you make an ass out of you or me. Shit. Makuri mo oyster. Ito naman ang ka. Liwa-liwali. Hey guys, it's me, your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I don't mean to make fun of people's faith. Listen, loosen up, lighten up. Damn. Y'all create all these rules and you just hold on to them and you're like, fuck, I need to make these rules real. Damn. You guys hold Jesus up to an impossible standard. So you're holding yourself up to an impossible standard. Look, I fucked up a couple times. I fucked up a couple times, okay? That don't mean that I'm not a good person. That just means he was fine as a motherfucker and wanted to see what it do. You know what I mean? I wanted to see what it do. What he was about. So that doesn't mean that I'm a horrible person. That doesn't make me a Bathsheba. No, Delilah. It just means, hey, seen a few things. Seen a few penises in my life. Do you want to know why I created all those phallics around the world? They're a remembrance of my husband. I built a lot of them around this globe. In the dark, I was obsessed. I couldn't get it out of my head, so I had to build. And I built a lot. A lot of phallic symbols out there. Shout out. What up, though? It's a great memory you have. So don't hold nobody to no impossible standard. Everybody don't know everything. I don't know everything. When I go to your world, I don't know everything. Just because I'm up here playing, you know, Sky Mommy, just because I'm up here playing Sky Mommy, doesn't mean your world isn't as real as mine. I like that too, Sky Mommy. I might create a new Instagram and call myself Sky Mommy. Oh, that's so smart. Sky Mommy here. Oh, okay. It's been almost 2 hours. I gotta go listen to that self righteous ass wipe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's probably me uh, pressuring myself. He's probably like a robot or something, and it's just me pissing myself off. You ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? Listen, have you ever thought about that? That maybe some of the people that you know is just you in a robot suit walking around pissing you off to test your limits. I think about that all the time. I'm like, is that me? Because it feels like me. All right, Branches, I have to go, so you should go first. Because I'm in the dark. I want to talk about some things. So move along. Thank you for your time and your service in the dark. Is he gone? Okay. I'm going to tell you guys some secrets, and I hope they get out really fast. There's about to be a major earthquake. I repeat, there's about to be a major earthquake in the midst of these solar flares, in the midst of all this. You guys are going to have to be working with no roads. The roads are collapsing into the mountains. How are you going to walk here if the road is so treacherous? You're going to need flying vehicles, guys, to get over here. Before Rome fell into their demise, they asked me to tell you guys something. They said, and I'm reading this from my higher self into my lower self. They said, guys, we don't survive this if you don't listen ahead of time. You will not make it. We've seen the end before it began. Yes, I knew I was blinded, and I knew I had won. So I took what's mine by eternal right. Took your soul out into the night. Sorry, James Blunt. I just felt like singing that. That wasn't a part of the thing. Back to what I was doing. Channel open. Believe her now, or this will be the end. Before it even began. Before the solar flares, before everything. Mm. They sound a little smart and dumb at the same time in conversation. So listen, guys. There's a lot of people who screen record. And this is for you. You motherfuckers need to stop watching my shit in the dark. Get your ass home. Because you think I'm scary right now. You should see the aliens programmed. So you can't be on the ground and you can't be in the sky. How are you going to get here then? You can't. So go to your pool parties and go to your soccer games. Go to your motherfucking yoga classes. Go to your concerts. Because you're going to be sitting at a concert and the first solar flare breaks into your being and everyone's going crazy. And guess what? You're stuck like a asshole. You're stuck like a really tight butthole in the shit fest. And that is the moment of sacrifice for that person to try to get out of their own hell. They're setting you guys up. They're putting you in large groups, unorganized, and only organized by their music. They are cobras about to bite. Guys, listen, listen. I saw the end before it began. So I took what's mine by eternal right. I took your soul out into the night. You touched my heart, you touched my soul, you changed my life and all my goals. And love is blind, and that I know. My heart, come on. Kissed your lips and held your hand, shared your dreams and shared your bed. And I love you, I swear that's true. I cannot live without you. Goodbye, my lovers. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one, and I still hold your hand in mine when I was asleep. Yeah, I will be your soul in time when I'm kneeling at your feet. You better. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. I know it's not funny, but it's funny to me. That's all that matters. Harry Potter. So my laptop died, you guys. This was fun. I had I should do this every morning, like at 5 a.m. That was fun. Or go for a walk. I don't know. Either way, what bliss. I'm gonna talk until this dies, which should be freaking pretty soon. Ho 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 ho! I'm Santa Claus in the dark. Oh, I wonder my iron is low because my gums are doing the white thing again. I just got my mascara. Fuck. I gotta worry about my own body being delayed. God. I'm nervous about these solar flares for me because I'm not on the all vegan diet. I'm not fasting. I'm not doing any of that because I carry enough gold to not have to go through the symptoms. Did you know that? If you get enough spiritual money and you work for God enough, she paid for your solar flare hit not to be that hard. She gave you the vaccine. The vaccine is God, right? Not Pfizer. Y'all went to Pfizer. Y'all went to the other people to go get their vaccine. God gave you a vaccine when you were born. He gave you everlasting life. I paid all y'all motherfucking bank accounts. Some of y'all is multi bazillionaires and y'all don't even know it. Some of y'all.
if you really worked for me in the dark, like the archangels that worked for me, if y'all really listened to some of these masons that was out here digging tunnels, opening pathways, shout out to some of them dark masons. You were fun. Oh, luckily I hit y'all in the dark. God won't know, so he won't be jealous. He get jealous. We had to work on that one in therapy. I had to whoop his ass a couple times, and I mean quite literally. That's my ox. Who will station the ox there? I'm an honor. I'm pretending to be this girl named Zonisha. I like it because she's like so, I don't know, brave. But I chose this vessel because when she was really, really born, she died. She died for all of you guys and said, "You can have my vessel." I said, "What?" She said, "You can have my vessel." I said, "If that," she said, "if this means saving the world, then I'm gonna do it." I said, "What? You don't want to stay in here, live the rest of your lives happy and non-widowed?" She said, "No. Imagine all the widows out there who need love and support through this time. I'll do that." And y'all give her 2 likes on Instagram. She doesn't care. She's playing some saint somewhere in Africa, some sort of um, Mary Magdalene in someone else's Bible. She's a traveling act, my sister. So when I come in, she goes out. I'm in, she's out. She's in, I'm out. And now we're both together. She don't wake up till 11. The girl lazy. I love it. She heck lazy. But she still keeps it nice around here, even though she put in so much work in the new system. I'm proud of her. But she died for you guys' sins, and you treat her like shit. I was like, they're not worth it. She goes, but I could say one more, like a southern little belle. I could say one more, Anana. I could say one more, Anana. I could say one more. No, you can't. The idiots in a pig zoo, a pig petting zoo. I could say one more, Anana. Anana. I could say one more. She's so cute. I'm not kidding. She's like really cute. Like her spirit is so cute. But then I'm like, you can't be this dumb, can you? Sometimes I'm like, you can't be this idiotic. Or are you? But it's cute to a certain extent. Because sometimes I'm like, bitch, that nigga gonna dog you out and throw you in the trash. And then I'm gonna have to step in and play justice and slit his throat. But I guess that's my job. Protect my little lamb inside of me. Anana, Anana, he broke my heart. And then I'll break his balls and cut off his dick and feed it to him. She gets mad at me. What do you want me to do? Don't tell me then. The things I do in the dark is the things I do in the dark. To the people who mess with my lambs, that's it. That's it. I don't care about what they did to get them into the position. I care about they're in the position. So what do I do? Protect my lambs. She, she, she goes one time. Oh my god, the fucking cutest. Her spirit is so fucking cute. She goes, I know. I said, yes. She said, I would quite like a best friend. I said, what? I want a best friend on my journey, please. I gave her two, Angel and Alex, replicas of their father. I like to make him mad and say it's someone else's kid, or I say you're not a dad. I throw that in it. Please, I'm sorry, throw for that, but I'd be like, that's not your kid. That's not your kid. But it is his kids. All of these are his kids. All of you guys are his sons and daughters. All of you guys. It's just what level of hell you escaped from. mm. I know. I would like a best friend. I know. She never asked for like hella money. She's like, I was like, do you want food? Are you hungry? She goes, I don't need much. I know. I can live off of love. I'm like, you are just fucking cute as a button. I know. Please, do you think I can have a best friend? And then here comes the singer in the dark. She goes, I know. I think I've fallen in love with someone. I was like, yeah, right. You falling in love. You fall in love with everything over and over, every day. Someone new. She goes, but this one's different. I said, the last nigga was different. I know, I said. I know, I know, I'm in love. You should hear the words he writes. It's poetry, like walking on air. I'm like, let me hear it. So full of I can barely eat. What's it start grumbling? I'm hungry. I'm like, I'm like, sister, dear sister. I'm like, young maiden, you might be in love. So I go on a rant every day. I'm like, I'm willing to risk it. I'm willing to risk it in the dark because, buddy, she's so cute though. God, I just love when she says my name. Period. I know. Nana, please, can you? And she's so polite, like some sort of Southern belle. She's so polite. I'm like, whatever you want, I'll do it. Whatever. She's like, can you please send him a message online? But don't say it's for me. I was like, who you want me to say it's from? One of your many personalities. I'm like, it's the Jizza. It's the RZA. And then she calls me. She said, what did you say to him? And I read it back, and she goes, oh, Nana, that's beautiful. She says, read it again, Nana. Oh my gosh. So whatever I send him or I post, I have to watch it like 50 million times because I may think of myself as a hard ass or whatever. But she is so soft that like it helps me to soften up a little bit. I mean, she's like my opposite, but more brave on purpose. She used to be a little girl walking around, lollipop. She goes, my favorite thing, Nana, is walking around with a lollipop. And but then as she got older, she found out that she couldn't because men would start to, you know, glare and want to walk towards her and stuff. So I would be protecting her way more. So I told her not to eat lollipops in public. She starts crying. She cries. She goes, Anana, you're the worst. You're the worst, Anana. I never want to see you again. I said, over a lollipop? I said, over a lollipop. That bitch. Like, I'm so sad. I never get to do nothing. I'm like, just, you know, it's the world we're living in. Making heaven on earth. What would you do if you could make heaven on earth? What would you do? She said, I fall in love every day. I fall in love every day. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm talking about physical world. Putting in the work. What can you do? I would fall in love every day with the plants and the animals and the I'm like, no. Physically, are you going to build something? Are you going to break something down? What are you going to do? She goes, I'm going to fall in love. I'm like, goodness gracious, this girl can't be this dumb. But her dumbness is like the fucking sky or I don't know how she does half of the things she does, to be honest. I've read so many of these books in her library, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But she says, but it all is connected. She's like, the place I lived at Tupelo Island is connected to this, and it's connected to this. But now that I live here, it's connected to this, so I formed the Star of David. So if I move before my time, the Star of David will not come down. So they're trying to move me from my star. Oh my God. But I can't move. But I can move. Should I move? Would I move? And then it gets me confused. But she says, I know. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. When she said that, I know. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. What a sweet woman. Anyway, I got one more thing to say though before I get out. There are multiple sides of me. Multiple sides of me. But you're going to get the exact same thing in the dark as you get in the light. When I talk to you face to face, it's the same thing. I'm never going to switch up. I'm always going to stay like this. Whether you like that or not, that's me. My funniness, my goofiness, my even if we're just walking down the street, I'm not going to switch up to be like, I am God. Listen to me. Listen. No. The conversation is going to be like, are you listening? If I say that my name is this God or this God, are you listening? Because I'm taking you on a road with me down a corridor or a personality where you can grow into a seed and be a tree in your own garden of Eden where you are creator. I think that's worth it because what's the alternative? Everlasting doom, gloom, rent, paychecks. What's the alternative? Everything burns around you and the sky falls, and you have this panicking feeling that you did the wrong thing, and oh my God, and the world is really ending, and you start panicking yourself into a fucking spiral. What is the alternative to trusting a complete and utter weirdo that pulls rainbows out of her vagina? What does it really matter to you? Is it all lives that matter? Is it just the black ones? How about the white ones? Are you still focused on that aspect of reality? Maybe you're a sheep and you need to get out of that body avatar that you incarnated into so that person can shave your head. You get it? Are you listening yet? To shave your wool off of your body. Are you willing to worship something you don't know? Are you willing to worship something you don't know? If you know yourself, why don't you just worship yourself? Yeah, you can attend your bembes and do your sandaria and your ifa, but why not create your own? Take a couple rocks to the river and call it a spell. It's your world. Love should be your only religion, guys. The spiritual sciences, leave that to the professionals. Leave that to the alchemists. It's okay to get together and try to give offerings, but I think the offering now is your physical body to God. At the top of the mountain where we landed in Snoqualmie, if you don't remember, then you don't remember. Do not walk here. It's only for those who remember. This is our symbol, the Eye of Ra, and it will be ingrained in the back of your mind as it is on the pyramids. That means I can see in the dark past the computer, dear. I've got X-ray vision in the dark. How about the down and show you? How about the down and show you? Julia. I'm excited for the people who break down this video. You guys are gonna find so much gold and anyway, I should probably go. Is there anything else? I know I was waking up one time. Ishtar. Hmm. Do you wanna talk? Yeah. 1 second. You want the light on? Mm-mm. Okay. Hi guys. I'm gonna read this. Okay. Do you need the mirror or this one? The mirror. Hi guys. It's me, Mom. I wanted to tell you guys not to be scared. I've programmed the solar flares to be orgasmic. So technically you'll be walking, and if you're having orgasm after orgasm like that, you can't really walk nowhere. So this is why I said really to come home to the children, because I want them to hold hands with their partner, and I'm going to show them how to use and maneuver the energy to make their own stuff. So class starts at midnight, and if you're not here, then you will not be a part of the elite. Most of the elite already know you're elite because you are the kindest person on our earth, not because you're the worst. Got it? Got it. What a fucking cutie. Ishtar. Thank you. What's next? Segment. No. Segment. Come on. Mom, I don't want to talk. Segment. Come. To my lions out there, Jamaica, shout out. I'll be there to pick you up. Don't worry. I know that they won't let you go. They got you chained up there in their dungeon. Haiti, too. I, Segma, will free you. If you're not already freed by soul, you'll be freed by body, and money will no longer matter. Thank you. I see boils and sores, dear. Boils and sores on backs. They're like bumps. Ugh. Bleh, bleh. Sorry. I don't want to see that. If that's on my lane, I swear to God. Zanisha. I don't want to see none of those pussy boils. I'm about to throw up already. This ascension symptoms and shit is really hard with the sun. The sun is really, 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 really hot. They're not reporting the heat index correctly. So please, I don't want to see pussy boils and smell that shit. You'll be fine in Washington. I know, but I got kids everywhere. They don't know how to get here. My husband will bring organization, okay? And when he brings organization, guess what? All the kids will follow. He is a pastor, dear, a priest that everyone listens to when he says, turn off your cell phones. I needed that. I needed that song. You know it. You're trying to get back at me. You know I need it. Anyway, ora namuna turista na. Tutolu sono kore. Yaramaru. Tutkermit koturishina nakta. Mm. Mhm. Yes, I thought I was a mama. Hi, I am. Say it. No. Hello, my name is. Okay, got it. Hello, my name is Baphomet. No, Baphomet. You're doing it good. You're speaking. I speak again. Okay, you ready? Yeah. I learned this language from watching TV. Grey's Anatomy. Hi. You watched this from watching Grey's Anatomy. Good job. You want to practice more? Yeah, one more sentence. That's the sentence. Good job. Go. I am darkness, and now I am angry. Good job. I will now show you the power of the pussy. Good job, bitch. Yes. Yes, bitch. Yes. That boy. Yes. Tell them niggas. Tell them bitches. Tell them bitch. Tell them. My name is Darkness. I am your only friend. Go back on man. That's my bitch. 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 That's my girl. That's my girl. I I am darkness and I am your only friend. Good job. Good job, baby. Uh-huh. Good job. Hold on though. Who's next? There. Hey guys, I'm talking into the candle. It's me, Oshun. Can you hear me, ancestors? It's Oshun. I want you to start Dia de los Muertos early. The Day of the Dead is rising. And if you pretend to be a monster, they will not hurt you. Make it a tradition, okay, guys? Never forget the dead. Like Oya said, forwards ever, backwards never. I am here with you in spirit and I never left. Anytime you light a candle, Oshun will be there to deliver that message. Before Elegua, before Algun, before Yemaya even wakes up, I'll be here, okay? And to the daughters of Oshun that they tried to rape and pillage out of your womb, I will heal it, okay? By scorching the ground that they walk on until they pay me back. So I'll get your soul and I'll put it right back in there. So when I talked him to the fire, it's me, Oshun, okay? Never give up to Washington. Beautiful Oshun. Who's next? Who wants to talk in the dark? Come on, guys. Medusa, what? Why are you angry at me? Because of what you did. What did I do? You know I liked him and you turned him into stone. Well, sometimes they gotta be turned to stone because the niggas is stones. That's how I trained some of my sons to be hard. So don't be talking about the son is gonna wipe your ass out because they got muscles. They got muscles because they're holding me up. So we'll work on it today and I'll show you how to get through the muscle membrane. If you would have asked me, you know that I am the best surgeon for the muscles there is. I study the muscles. Okay? Of course, my dude. My dukes. Of course. All right. So the muscle men out there that are on my team, you will be fine. It's the motherfuckers that need to worry because all they were worried about was taking their protein shakes and shots instead of listening to me when I told them in the gym. It's the same thing as a bedroom or a jungle gym or a jungle. Rules, dear. Or y'all coming like a hurricane. You guys, I need you to prepare. The children of Oya, prepare. There is a big storm here over Oklahoma, Utah. It's a big motherfucking storm. This is Oya, you guys. Please listen. If you can hear me through your Ori, get to Mama House, Big Mama House now. The storm is fucking big, guys. Love you. Bye. Hi, children. It's me, Yamaya, at the bottom of the ocean. Wake up. Wake up. Don't just say you woke. It's not the waking, it's the rising. It's the grounding of a foot uncompromising. Wake up. I'm gonna let two more goddesses through in the dark, in this circle, and then I'm gonna go. Silent tree, best strange fruit, black body swinging in the southern breeze, scent of magnolia, clean and fresh. In the sudden smell of burning flesh, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Billie Holiday, hi, loved you. As for the musicians who have listened, I'm opening some doors for you. These doors are infinite pools, And you can come back and back and back in the darkness. And that you must leave an offering for the goddess. What kind of offerings are we talking there, Billy? The best music known to man. Accepted. Hmm. My children will be binging in a little later. Okay? They have a job to do. Of course. The musicians get a pass in the dark sometimes. As long as they're not touching my children, we are good to go. Of course. And if they are, they will be handled dangerously. Thank you, Billy. I always knew you were the best. You wanna know why? Because we coded the drug realm together. Love you. Last goddess. Attention, children. This is Mother, Queen of Heaven and Earth, channeling into portal number 00000000. Ah, the beginning, of course. Zanisha White ZZ ZW and all the names associated. Z Girl, Prophetess Roseanne, etc., etc. Queen, blah, blah. Here we go. We will be taking off from our journey here in a second, so boarding will start now. Boarding will start now. Happiness. This is our in-flight entertainment. Happiness. It hurts like a train on a track. She hid around corner and she hid under bed. She killed her with kisses. Each moment it fled. The dark days are over. The dark days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your money. This is it forever. Live in the land, in the love, in the it can't carry you with you if you want to survive. Dark days are over. The dark days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Renting from you. Happiness, it hurt like a falling. Gang, 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 gang. Did you guys meet Florence? Hi guys, it's me, Florence. Well, Florence in the machine. Well, you can call me F baby. No, not that one, Florence. Why not? You got Z girl. Why can't I be F baby? Because it sounds weird. So doesn't matter how it sounds. F baby on the mic. You passed the drug realm. Florence, you passed the drug realm. I know. That's how I'm a doctor. You got some fire ass music. Thank you. Isn't it good? We collaborated quite a bit. Did we? It was fun, right? My favorite, well, actually, I don't have a favorite, but I do like when you go, because it sounds like you're possessed. I am possessed. That's you coming through. You sound a little crackly like fire, so I wanted to duplicate it. Huh, maybe that's why your hair's red. Maybe. Can I have one of those dresses that you be wearing? You look like a princess fairy. Of course. We'll go shopping. Make any dress you want. We'll be free. Call me friends, of course. Hey guys, it's me, Florence. If you haven't already, the best thing to do is, if you want to cleanse parasites from your system, which is, I'm going to stop you there. If they got the vaccine, that's on them. If they want to initiate the music, they'll initiate the music. Don't give them the cure. Okay. You're right. Sorry. Anyways, guys, I want you to have a good day. Remember to drink lots of water. Don't worry about the nausea that's going on right now. These symptoms will get better and better as the year goes on until you must meet God at the solar flare. If you really want true information, follow your child's soul. Okay, you're the last to channel in, okay? I'm gonna go lay down. Bye, Andrew. If you see this, I've recorded this for you because I think you're the bee's knees. I think you hear the bee's name. Bye.